Previously on Slice of Life.
And then she would get one frozen raw chicken foot every day because the vet told us that that is like a really, really good source of, what is it?
Of not the keratin.
It's really
Cartilage.
The cosequin.
Cosequin.
No?
No?
Oh my goodness.
I'm blanking too.
Yeah, me too. It's a really good source of things she needs to have very healthy joints and bones.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll do it in the bottom splash screen. Down here.
You could get her knee supplement down. It'll be on there. Glucosamine.
That's it.
Okay, dogs get it from bone broth.
This station activating the Houston Area Emergency Alert System at the request of the National Weather Service with a tornado.
Sadie's terrified of water. When she was 3 months old, they rescued her out of Houston during Hurricane Harvey. She was starving to death. She was, had been trapped in high water. So she's terrified of water. Bath time is not fun at our house. And we'll probably never video that because it's very traumatic for Sadie just to take a bath. For a ride? Do you want to go to the park? Sadie, ready to go bye-bye in the car? You ready to go? Okay. Okay, are you ready? Let's go. She's like, you don't look ready to go.
Oh, someone's excited. Oh.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Today we thought we would take Sadie to the park because it's the first day in like 4 days that it hasn't rained, and I think we could all use a little bit of fresh air. It's going to depend too on how many people are at the park because I'm like not into being around most humans right now because COVID. So, but we thought we would talk about Sadie a little bit today. You can see her, she's back there ready to go. She's a huge part of our lives. If you haven't already been able to tell that in our first couple of videos, she's a rescue dog. We found her kind of by accident. We had lost our dog Phoebe, who was just the light of our lives, and it had been about 6 weeks, and we went to an adoption event just to kind of look around and see, and we walked in the door and there sat this little pit bull puppy, and they had her in one of those
Control collar.
It's called a choke collar, and she had scars on her legs. She looked pretty rough. She looked like the kind of dog that you would want to avoid, and everybody did avoid her.
Yeah, she was the only dog in that place that I saw a parent shoo their kid away from.
Yeah, so we just sort of sat down in the floor because that's kind of my thing. When we adopt a pet, I want to bring the one that nobody wants, the one that might not be quite as pretty as the rest of them, or maybe they're a little older, or the ones that don't really have as much of a chance to get a home. And even though Sadie was a puppy, she was approximately 9 months old, the way they had her displayed was a little intimidating.
Yeah, those control collars, they're like a chain with spikes in it. And the spikes are against the flesh, so if the dog pulls against it, it's going to poke them with those little spikes. And I mean, to have that on a puppy, it just seemed a little strange.
Long story short, we ended up adopting her and bringing her home, and it took a good 3 months to really bond with Sadie. Sadie had been in Hurricane Harvey, which we had already mentioned in a previous video. At 3 months old, she was alone. She was starving. She had been tangled in barbed wire. She had been shot with a BB gun. And here's this little tiny puppy all alone in a flood. They literally pulled her out of flood water. And she had trust issues, and it took, I mean, we had a crate for her because she was crate trained, but we never closed the door. But at nighttime, bedtime, that's where she needed to be. After about 3 months, she finally started coming into bed, and now she sleeps with me every night. Okay, she's already checked out and sniffed her first tree. Now, Sadie can't walk very far because she has a floating kneecap. It's a problem with a lot of pit bulls and a lot of like those mini tiny little dogs, the toy poodles and things like that, because it's overbreeding and it causes a defect in their knee. So Sadie can't walk very far, but we're gonna see what happens here. We'll go for a little bit. We had her about 2.5 months. It was the middle of winter, and I was taking her out. It was 3 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, she saw a bunny and she yanked, and she's very, 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 very strong. And literally I face planted in the flower bed right next to the porch. Sadie got away from me. I had to call Chris. He came home from work. He found the dog. I doctored my busted lip. And the next morning when he's on his way, he had to go back to work, of course, and he comes home and he said there was a perfect imprint of my face in the mud right in our flower bed. So yeah, we had a few trying moments, but that's part of it. It's the most rewarding thing in the world, is to rescue a dog and help them readjust to a normal life. Outside time with her daddy is her favorite thing in the world. She will choose outside time with him over just about anything. Not food. Food is Sadie's #1 motivator. But, uh-oh, she sees a doggy over there. Thank goodness there's a river between them. She's very social. She's not aggressive in a mean way. She's curious, and she really likes people. You know, she's had a rough beginning, and so now we've made it our goal in life to give this dog like the best that we possibly can. She is...
So you probably have been wondering why we're so neurotic about our dog. and that is because we're trying to give this dog the best life it could possibly have, considering her start.
Yeah, we are empty nesters, you know. We have the time, you know. Chris does work. He works 3rd shift. I don't work. I stay home. So we have the time to dedicate to rescuing, and we don't actually do the rescuing. We don't go out and pull the, you know, we didn't pluck her from the floodwaters ourselves, but you know, we try to choose the dogs that need a little bit of extra, because we know that the cute puppies and the, you know, they're going to find a home, and we like to help the ones who might not find the home right away.
You know, before her we had Phoebe, and I think Phoebe is she showed us that there was something that we really needed in our life. You know, there was something that was missing, and that is that we needed that being there. When we went to go look for another dog, we weren't necessarily looking for a replacement, but we were just looking to fill that gap again. And she filled it, and then some. She's more of a handful than her other dog was. Our other dog was very obedient.
Well, she was a lot older.
And a lot older.
So, you know, we definitely went through the puppy phase of chewing, and like I said, she was potty trained, which was a great advantage. But the rest of the puppy phase, we had it. So
yeah, and she's still kind of like a puppy.
Yeah.
She still likes to chew on things. She doesn't try eating the couch anymore. That's good.
Yeah.
But just last night she was going after one of our pillows to try to eat that, but that was just fun and games.
Yeah, she's very playful. She loves to play. You know, she loves her toys, her blankets. Oh my goodness. She loves blankies. I have got her probably 6 of those little smaller fleece, probably child-sized fleece blankets, and that's how Sadie sleeps.
And she has 2 forms of play. She has Mindy play, and then she has playing with me. And Mindy, she like pulls back a little bit, but for me, she gets to take it to the next step.
Oh, what's going on? Hi. Hi, beautiful girl. What you doing? What is it? Oh, I do come to get some love. Okay, it's love. But what's going on there? Oh, what's that guy? What's that? Oh, it's her favorite. It's her favorite.
Next time on Slice of Life.
You know, I don't have like a plan that I write down, but we kind of know. We have our faithful recipes we go to, and once in a while we try something new. But it does make good sense. You know, you spend a little more because you want to have a nice dinner and you don't want to go out, so maybe you'll treat yourself to a steak or...
Yeah. That's called economics, I think. That's what that's called.
Hi friends, I'm Sadie, and I think you should like this video, click subscribe and the little bell too, that way you know every time my mommy and daddy upload a new video. Thanks!